Internet humans, Tinasaurus here. Today I'm going to be giving you a quick review over the new movie Victor Frankenstein. Hey everyone! I know it's been a really long time since I made my last video and I'm so sorry about that. So much has happened. And today I am filming here in my living room because my office is packed up high with boxes because guess what? I bought a house!
Confetti, it's a parade!
And I'm gonna be moving soon on Star Wars Day and I can't wait. So hopefully for my next video I'll be filming it in my new house and possibly in my nerd cave. Oh yes, I will have a nerd cave. But enough about me, let's get on with the review. So when we hear the name Victor Frankenstein, we automatically think of all the different renditions that we have seen of the Doctor and his creature throughout various films and television shows. But what sets this film apart is that rather than focusing on Victor and his creation, this film centers around the character of Igor and his experiences and relationships with the characters around what is otherwise a new twist on a familiar story. So in the beginning when we meet Igor, played by Daniel Radcliffe, he is a hunchback who works in the circus. He's pretty much a slave to the circus. He is not given a name, he is dehumanized, he's brutalized, his quality of life is really, really poor. So the only solace he finds are through his friend Lorelei, played by Jessica Brown Findlay, who also plays Lady Sybil in Downton Abbey, and she is a trapeze artist. His other form of solace or escape is to study anatomy and physiology. He also kind of moonlights on the side as the circus's physician. So when Igor meets Victor Frankenstein, played by James McAvoy, it's when Victor comes to the circus and watches the trapeze show. Now unfortunately, Lorelei's trapeze breaks and sends her plummeting down over 30 feet to the ground, and she can't breathe. But Igor won't have that, and he does essentially kind of this impromptu, non-invasive surgery on the spot. So Victor's like, whoa, hold up a minute. You are a genius, you're a prodigy, you are wasted on the circus. So what ends up happening is that Victor Frankenstein helps Igor escape from the circus. He gives him a new identity and a name, Igor, which is like missing druggy flatmate. He gets rid of his hunchback, he works on his alignment and posture through a series of very quick chiropractic adjustments. Now unfortunately during the escape someone died. Enter Inspector Turpin. No, just Inspector. Inspector Turpin is played by Andrew Scott, and I'm so excited to see him in more and more films. Now, Inspector Turpin is quite the opposite of Victor Frankenstein. Where Victor Frankenstein doesn't believe in heaven or hell, God or Satan, Inspector Turpin has a very rigid moral fiber and believes that what Victor's doing is wrong, and pulls away from Scotland Yard to pursue his own personal crusade against Victor and his work.
If you cannot cooperate, then by God, I'll conduct a thorough search of these premises.
Why are you so interested, Nick, infatuated with this case? Or is it precisely because this experiment, which you imagine took place, may very well discredit your own primitive belief system?
Be careful, Mr. Frankenstein.
Another thing that I like about this film that really sets it apart is that the work that Victor and Igor do together is actually quite unsettling. Now while other versions of Frankenstein's creature have been a bit gruesome to say, this one really felt like a true abomination to me. So of course they have to do kind of a practice round before they can find funding so they can create the ultimate Frankenstein creature that we all know about. So the first creature that they work on together is essentially a hodgepodge of various animal parts. Mainland chimpanzee. Don't do chimpanzees, man. And when you first see this body, it is a hunk of rotting flesh. There are maggots, there are blowflies, there are pieces torn out, there are milky eyes, there's lips missing, there's gears on it, there's electrodes. It's all messed up. You just feel really bad for the creation that he's made. And after you electrocute it and bring it to life, I'm sure it smelled like meatloaf.
Ma, the meatloaf!
Or worse.
Like a used diaper filled with Indian food.
It smells like a turd covered in burnt hair.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick!
However, when you move on through the film, you get to see Frankenstein's final creature. When I saw Frankenstein's creature for the first time, I immediately thought of the Cenobites from Hellraiser. Maybe if you mix in one of those freaky deakies from 13 Ghosts. You know what I'm saying? I thought from the trailers it was going to be like action-packed and funny. It was not. It was scary. And that's another thing. Rather than Victor just wanting to have his name go down in history and create life from death and cross that veil, that flicker that separates life from death from one from the other.
The flicker that separates one from the other.
All that business is that he has very real motivations for why he does what he does. Probably because of that traumatic loss in his child. Anyway, you'll see what I mean. But that's all I really want to tell you for right now because I want you to go to the movies and see it for yourself. So when you go see it, please let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you end up liking it, I highly suggest you watch this TV show from Showtime. Penny Dreadful, it's amazeballs. I even have the second season. I think that's what I'll do my next review about. Or you can always check out this awesome TV movie from back in the 90s. Bam! House of Frankenstein. It's cheesy and terrible and wonderful and horrible, and I love it. Once I get settled into my new house, I will be making more and more videos. So go ahead and like and subscribe and you'll get updates on when I post them. If there's anything you'd like me to do a video about or a review over, let me know on Twitter at Tinasaurus_KC. Oh, I almost forgot. This would make an excellent drinking game because James McAvoy spits a lot. So every time that he gleeks, take a drink. Now go see that movie, Victor Frankenstein. Yeah, that one. Go on. What are you still doing here?